Good morning. Myself, Dr. Ayarekar, and I'm going to deal with the model number one of the subject of human resource management, that is Introduction to Human Resource Management. When we are talking about organization, organization is made up of different departments. When we are talking about different departments, the department are named as marketing department, finance department, production or services department, IT support department, supply chain department, research and development department. And there is also one department in the organization named as human resource department. And this particular department takes care of human resources or employees working in that particular organization. Now, when we are talking about human resources in the organization, one thing is sure, that without human resources, it is not possible for any setup to carry out activities or to follow the instructions or to give the best quality output. Now we will take the example of advanced machineries which are which are there in the organization. Now, even though these machineries are deployed in the organization, still, who is controlling that machineries? Who is giving commands to that machineries? Who is checking the output of those machineries? Automatically, it is the human resources, it is those employees who are taking care of that machine. They are doing all these activities, they are carrying out all these activities. So, in an organization, human resources, employees are a very vital resource, very vital, very important resource. And that's why this particular resource should be managed properly. And if an organization is successful in managing this vital resource, that is employees or human resources, effectively, then they will get good returns. They will get the best returns, and automatically the owner of the organization will be happy. The organization will achieve the sustainable development stage, and definitely that will help the organization to establish itself as a brand in the market. And that's why when we are talking about this particular thing, human resource management or human resource department, basically it takes care of people working in the organizational setup. Now in this first unit, which today we are going to discuss, we have some objectives for that. Why we are discussing it? After discussion, you will be able to define human resource management. You will be able to explain the nature and scope of human resource management, and you will be identify the challenges of human resource management. So these are the three important learning objectives. Now we'll move to the next slide. What in this particular slide we are going to discuss the definition of human resource management. What is human resource management? Human resource management is nothing but it is a process of hiring the employees for organization, bringing the best talent to the organization. Without bringing the best talent to the organization, it is not possible for the organization to survive. It is not possible for the organization to add features in their existing product line or in services which they are offering to the customers. So it is a process of hiring. HRM is a process of hiring. It is also a process of developing employees, developing people working in an organization. What exactly the employees are having in terms of their knowledge, skills, and attitude. What competencies are required to perform in changing environment. That gap which will be identified and will be filled with the help of training and development. So when we are talking about the definition of human resource management, it is a process of hiring, developing, and compensating employees. Employees are coming to an organization, putting their efforts per day, maybe of 8 hours, maybe up to 10 hours. So in a return, they should get the reward for that. That is called compensating the employees. So that they become more valuable to the organization. That is what is the definition of the organization. You best bring best talent as per the need of the organization and as per changing circumstances. We have to develop them, and whatever they are delivering for the organization, we have to compensate them for that. This is a process so that the employees become more valuable to the organization. Means HRM is a type of a journey in case of an employee where an ordinary employee or where an employee will be get converted into specialist so that he will become more valuable for the organization. So we will come back again to the definition part of human resource management. The process of hiring, developing, and compensating the employees so that they become more valuable to the organization is known as human resource management. So now, when we are discussing about this definition, the key words are process, hiring, developing, compensating the employees, valuable to the organization. This is what is the definition. This is what is the valuable words in the definition of human resource management. When we are going to write a definition, these words should be there because these words truly explains what exactly is happening in human resource management. Now we'll move towards the next slide. Scope of human resource management. Human resource management covers three important aspects. It works in three important areas. One is a personal aspect, second one is a welfare aspect, and third one is a industrial relation aspect. Personal aspect. Personal aspect is nothing but this aspect is related to the employees, where HRM, human resource management, is going to see what are the strengths of the employees. What are the areas where there is a need to improve the employees. And based on those needs, HRM is going to design a program, intervention, and will provide this intervention to the employees so that they will get an opportunity to overcome the weaknesses which they are having, and they will become a specialist person. So when we are talking about the first aspect, it is a personal aspect where HRM works. Individually, they are going to analyze employees. Individually, they are going to see the interest areas of the employees also. It may be like this: a person wants to work in a X department, but currently he is working in Y department. And that's why his performance is not up to the mark. Whatever the caliber he or she is having, because of that, the person want to work in X department. When we are going to do this analysis, it will help us to identify Mr. X is good in this particular area, so he or she should be there. So we can transfer that employee to that department, and that employee will enjoy the work. He will deliver his best in that particular department, and definitely it will help organization. What type of working conditions we are going to provide to the employees comes under personal aspect. A good, healthy working conditions, if we are going to provide, it is going to give the employees the required motivation. It will give the employees the motivation. And definitely, it will improve the productivity of the employees. That is what the personal aspect where HRM is going to look. Now we'll go back to again that slide where second aspect now we are going to cover. We have covered the first part, that is personal, now welfare aspect. We are providing, the company is giving, an organization is giving salaries to the employees. That is there. But organizations are earning bumper profits because of the human resources which they are having. So part of that profit they should give for the welfare activity. Now welfare of employees working in the company or in an organization. Now what type of welfare? Providing a canteen facility where they are going to get food on subsidized rates. It may be about the bus facility the company is going to provide to that employee, pick up and drop facility. It may be a facility like gym. These are nothing but the welfare activities the organization should conduct for their employees. And these activities, who is going to initiate, who is going to plan, who is going to implement? It is the human resource management department in that particular organization. It is their job. They are going to plan, they are going to design, they are going to implement, and automatically they are also going to evaluate. They will take the feedback about that welfare activity from the employees, whether it is really benefited them or not, and if not, they will make the necessary changes. So this is what the second aspect. This is what the second aspect. Third aspect is industrial relation aspect. Now in this, what is the industrial relation aspect? It is a relationship between employees, employer, and the government setup. So it is a triangle. This relationship should be strong. Means the relationship between the employer and the employee should be strong. The relationship between the employer and government authorities should be strong. Who is going to take care of this? It is the human resource management department. They are going to take care of this. One of the important things is the collective bargaining meetings, where both parties will come together. Both parties means representative of owner of the factory or company of an organization, and a representative of the employees. They will come together, they will discuss about different issues. Issues may be like salary hike, issues may be like working conditions, issues may be like working hours, issues may be like facilities the organization is providing to them. And the parties will discuss, and then they will take unanimously, they will come to a conclusion, and that conclusion will be implemented, which will benefit the employees. Industrial relation aspect that HRM should cover. What will happen if these relationships, means for example, employer-employee relationship is not that good? It will create problem for industrial peace. There may be agitations, there may be lockouts, there may be bunds from the employees as well as from the employers. So ultimately, the working will get stopped. And if this working is going to get stopped, it will be a problematic situation, not only for the organization, not only for the employees working in that organization, it will be a problematic situation for state also. So HRM, that's why is important, and it should take care of the industrial relation aspect. So when we are discussing about the scope of human resource management takes care of three important areas: personal aspect, welfare aspect, and industrial relation aspect. Now we'll move towards the next slide. This is what the evolution of human resource management, that is history of human resource management. For understanding purpose, this particular history is divided into four parts: pre-industrial revolution period, period of industrial revolution, post-industrial revolution period, and after globalization era. Pre-industrial revolution period, in this particular period, agriculture was the main profession. Most of the human resources were deployed in the field, and they were giving output in terms of crops, agricultural crops. In this era, in this period, economy was basically agricultural based economy. Very few small units were present in terms of producing something, craft industry and other. But not a big type of industry is there. Some small and medium type of companies or organizations were there. From that era, where unskilled human resources, their number were very high. So whatever returns they are getting in terms of what skills they are having, and most of them were unskilled that time. From that era, the next era, it further proceeds to the era of period of industrial revolution. Industrial revolution brought number of new technologies, number of new machines, which brought a modernization in the industry. And that shifted the focus of agricultural based economy to industry based economy. Owners were of the opinion that now the modern and advanced technology I have purchased and deployed in my factories, so I will get maximum productivity. And if I am going to get maximum productivity, I will get bumper profit. They initiated training for the human resources to upgrade their skill levels. And in this way, they were getting bumper productivity and profitability. In this era, a separate department was established to take care of the issues of the workers. It may be related to attendance, it may be related to leave management, it may be related to salary, as well as issues like related to health, issues related to education, especially education of employed children. So these issues were taken care of by establishing a separate department for workers. Now, in this period of industrial revolution, another significant development took place, and that was of emergence of labor unions. Because of the awareness amongst the skilled employees, they decided to come together and collectively they started dealing with the employer in terms of working condition and in terms of monetary returns, especially what they were getting in that time. After that, the post-industrial revolution period, there are some social scientists they have contributed in this period. Henry Fayol, F.W. Taylor, Elton Mayo, and all these contributors, they were talking about right person for the right job. Humans are coming in the organization with emotions. And on the basis of that, we should design the strategies to deal with these people to whom we are calling as an employee group or workers community. So specialization as well as psychological angle came into picture during this particular era. A person as per his ability should get the job or work or the activities, as well as employees are not just coming, but when they are coming to the organization, they are carrying those problems in their personal life which they are facing. And we as an organization should consider those problems and try to help out the employees so that when he will be in the organization, he will concentrate, he will give best output which will help organization to earn more. So in post-industrial era, post-industrial revolution period, the focus was on two important aspects. One is to create more specialized people and give the job according to their specialization, right person for the right job, as well as the psychological angle in case of the employees. After that, the globalization era came. In our country, it is up to 1991. In the year 1991, under the Prime Ministership of Mr. Narasimha Rao, the globalization era came into our country. And that era raised the issues like cross-culture, issues like when we are going to shift our employees to different cities in the different parts of the world, that is international HRM, and the problems related to that. After globalization era, a problem of work-life balance came again into the existence. It was not that much prominent in early phases. So after globalization era, these areas are hot areas which the HR professional they have to take care of in case of employees working in their organization. So when we are discussing about the history of human resource management, in pre-industrial revolution period, HRM was not that much important. Period of industrial revolution, HRM got some importance where they started handling the issues related of employees. It may be related to working condition, working hours, and salaries, and some benefit part. After industrial revolution, the role of HRM department that got broadened, and they were started taking care of the psychological aspect of in terms of the employees satisfaction, employee satisfaction, as well as specialization, more specialist for the organization. So role become more broader in the era of post-industrial revolution. And in globalization era, again, the role is very big now. It may be related to cross-cultural issues, it may be related to international HRM, it may be related to work-life balance, it may be related to talent management. So these, it may be related to organization culture, assessment centers. So the role is very big now. So in it, from initial days where HRM don't have any role, but now it HRM department, human resource management department, it becomes a very important, vital department in case of organization. I will say that now HRM is a nucleus of the organization and remaining departments are moving around it in the orbit. Now we'll move towards the next part, that is challenges of HRM. HRM, the big challenge in front of them are these: job designs, manpower planning, recruitment and selection, training and development, performance management, compensation management, and employee relationship management. We'll discuss one by one. Job design. Designing a job is a very big challenge for human resource management because it is a basic thing. If one activity while designing the job you are going to miss, all the remaining activities, further activities, will be in trouble. Why? Because job design, job analysis, these concepts, these processes are going to provide the base for all remaining HR activities. For example, manpower planning, the second challenge. In job design, we have missed two activities. So while estimating the manpower, we may think like this: only these many activities are there. So these many activities, one employee can complete in 1 hour. So in 8 hours, 8 times the employee will complete this activity. So only one employee is required for a day. We have missed 2 to 3 activities while doing the job design. And when actually the employee starts performing that job, instead of 10, he has to perform 12 or 13 activities. So we have estimated the time previously. 1 hour is enough. In 1 hour he will complete. So in 8 hours, 8 jobs he will complete. And now what we are finding, because we have missed few activities in that job, the employee needs 1 hour and 30 minutes to complete the job. Then there is a problem because our estimated time 1 hour, and that's why we have thought that one employee is enough. And now what actually is happening because of missing the activities in the job while doing job design? Instead of 1 hour, the one employee is taking 1.5 hours. Now he will not be in position to complete 8 jobs in a day. So because we have not conducted job design properly, our manpower planning is collapsing. That is the first challenge, job design. Second challenge is the manpower planning. What is the strategy of my organization? What are the goals set by my organization? To achieve that goal, how many people will require? How much people I am having? If there is a shortfall, from where I am going to bring the people in time? I want to complete it in 1 month. So in 1 week I have to bring the people, and then the activity will start, and then I will complete it in 1 month. Unfortunately, I am not going to get people in 1 month's time, in 1 week's time. It's a problem. Recruitment and selection, getting best people for the organization. Challenge. I have brought this person for the organization. After interviewing, his performance is not up to the mark. I am going to remove that person. Again, the post will be vacant. I have already spent money to recruit that person. That is a loss for the organization. It's a challenge to bring best people to the organization and retain them. Develop training and development is again another important area in front of human resource management. The world is changing daily. Scenarios are changing weekly. The abilities which I am having today, the qualities which I am having today, the strengths which I am having today will not help me tomorrow, because tomorrow there will be a new thing. So in this constant changing world, how we are going to uplift our people in terms of knowledge, skill and attitude, so that the competency will be get developed and they will deliver best for the organization. It's a challenge. It's a very tough job which is in front of human resource management. Performance appraisal, performance management is another tough job. Because people are giving best to the organization, so they expect best return. The way we are going to conduct the appraisal, there should be a transparency. There should not be any biasness into that. We have to see all those things. We have to design a performance management system. It's a challenge. Compensation management, best reward for best employees. Those who are giving best, they should get best from organization side. Those who are not performing, they should get average from the organization side. That difference should be visible for both those who are performing, those who are not performing. Compensation management. Employees will feel very unhappy when they will see those who are not performing are getting same salaries what they are getting, equal salaries what they are getting. And last part challenge is the employee relationship management. Relationship between employer, employee and government, that should be very strong. I have already explained about that. So these are the challenges: job design, manpower planning, recruitment and selection, training and development, performance management, compensation management, employee relationship management. We'll move towards the next slide now. Human resource management is important. Why? Attracting the best talent for the organization. Who is going to attract? It's a HRM department is going to attract. A part of HRM, recruitment and selection department, is going to attract. But when the best talent will come, when they will see that this particular organization is having best working culture, this particular organization is giving them the best return, then only the best talented employees will come to our organization. The importance, why it is important? Because it attracts best people towards organization by designing those type of strategies. Why it is important? Because it develops the employees. This department analyzes it, finds out the areas where we can improve the employees as per the need of the job, and they develops them. They organizes the training program. They will bring best of the people, resource persons from different parts of the country and world. so that they can develop the people. Why it is important human resource management? Because it rewards, designs the best packages and rewards the employees. They will do the wage service. They will find what others are paying. And by considering the economic health of an organization, their organization, they will design the salary structure for the organization as well as welfare benefits for the organization. HRM plays important role to retain the employees in the organization. Because if there is no best working culture is not good, paying returns are not good, especially rewards. No proper promotion policy is there, no proper appraisal policy is there, employees will not stay in the organization. They will not stay only because their manager is good. That is one part, their manager is good. That is one factor. But if culture is not good, if return they are not getting enough, not getting any promotion, even though they are delivering the best results for the organization, they will not wait. Once they will get the opportunity, they will say bye-bye to the organization, they will go out. HRM plays important role in providing all these things, and in that way, they will be very successful in case of retaining the employees in the organization, which they have developed also. And last important part is HRM plays important role in building the best work culture, which will motivate the employees. So this is about importance of human resource management. Now, in today's session, we have covered the definition part. We have also covered the scope of human resource management. In that, we have covered about the personal aspect, welfare aspect, industrial revolution aspect. Then we have also covered the history of human resource management as well as importance of human resource management. Thank you.